So Barely Buzzed is absolutely the cheese that put us on the map. So after having made cheese for about, we started in September of 2005. It was like February, and Tim and I were in the make room, and we were like, you know what? There's a lot of really nice white cheddars out there. Why don't we do something that's a little bit crazy? You guys all know the Vella Dry Jack cheese that Ig Vella made years and years and years ago, back in the 40s. But he rubbed some cocoa on cheese and some pepper, and we thought, you know what? We can do that. And Tim, my partner's brother, is a coffee roaster down in Grand Junction, Colorado. And we had a bag of coffee laying around, and we figured, you know, you put cream in coffee, why not put coffee on cream? And we did, and we tasted it. We just made 2 little 3-pound wheels. This was in February. And then come, you know, August, it was the American Cheese Society was in Portland that year. And we grabbed we had a little family party, tasted the Barely Buzzed, and said, oh my gosh, this is really amazing. So we took it up to Portland, and we were passing it around with a couple of our peers up there. And one of them was from Central Market down in Texas. He tasted the cheese, Edouard Damez, and he loved it. He bought it on the spot, and we made him some cheese for the holiday season. And so Barely Buzzed was born. It was crazy. That cheese is really, I mean, I just got a call from our good friend, the grilled cheese truck in Washington, D.C. just last week. He says, you know what? It's my #1 selling grilled cheese on the truck, and has been for about 13 years. I mean, it's great on a grilled cheese. It's great with fruit. It's insanely good with a medium red wine, brown beers, like you said. It's just a very versatile cheese. And one of the things that's unique about it is, if you bring it to a party, people will, at first, they'll kind of raise an eyelid, like, no, I don't have things on my cheese. I just want the cheese. And I've told you many times, Michael, but we were at the Fancy Food Show in San Francisco, and we were waiting for a cab, and we ended up talking to this gentleman that had a big Swiss cross on his name badge, and we talked about what we both did. And he says, oh, you guys, what do you do? And I said, well, we make this crazy cheese with coffee on it. And he said, well, I know this cheese. I was in New York last year at the Fancy Food Show. And he said, I was at dinner, and out came your cheese on the cheese plate. And he said he kind of went into a tirade with his buddy, saying, these stinking Americans think they can do anything they want with this cheese. And my Siri just kicked in. And his buddy said, you know what, dude, shut up. It wouldn't be on the cheese plate if it was no good. And so he tasted it, and he's like, he said, these brilliant Americans are getting away with things that they would be lynched for in Switzerland by putting coffee on cheese. But you know what? It tastes good. It pairs well. It's fun. It's unique. And it's almost a conversation piece. So Barely Buzzed has been just a highlight of Beehive cheese, and it's really put us on the map.